Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Today I am so excited for this video. I have a charity shop book haul. Finally, sound the alarms. I haven't had one in a long time, and that's really what this channel started at. You get the best books from charity shops and you're supporting a charity. What could go wrong? So first up, I have The Tale of Squirrel Nutkin by Beatrix Potter. Now, one thing about Beatrix Potter, if you haven't read her, is that she has these really cutesy, beautiful illustrations within them, but they're very sinister tales, and that's what I like. So this, picture the scene. You have a little squirrel who goes over to Owl Island. It's very, it's an island with owls. He then starts misbehaving because he's a cocky little squirrel, and then an owl pins him down and is about to kill him. This is a children's book, let's keep in mind. And then as he tries to escape, the owl rips his tail off of him, and the moral of the story is like, and Squirrel Nutkin, he learnt his lesson, he never misbehaved again. Whoa! I love the kind of sinister undertones of all of Beatrix Potter's. Like in Pigling Bland, it's about a little pigling that gets told, like, go out into the world, and then as he's leaving to go into this world, his mother says to him, so another pig says, oh, Piglin, wait a second, come back, come back, come back. No, your tie's fine, mate. Don't worry. Watch out for eggs and bacon, though. Yeah? Like she's punning with him. Next up, I have some non-fiction, which I don't really read non-fiction, so any recommendations, let me know because I have no idea where to start. I got this, which is Paris My Sweet by Amy Thomas, and it's Amy talking about she spent a year working in Paris. So it's a love letter to Paris, it said, but also a love letter to New York, where she's from, and it's about all the chocolates and the sweetness because she has a really sweet tooth, so she talks about that a lot. I feel like it's going to be quite fluffy, but I'm not sure. I then have another non-fiction one. This is a book about Pocahontas's life. This is by Shirley Gray. And can we just for 1 second, stunning book, it's just wow. So this is just like a little depiction of her life summed up very easily here, and then the book goes into her life, but it's told like a story, so it's not like non-fiction as in between this date and this date, this is what, it's just told like a story, so we don't know if the conversations are real or not that really happened within them. So I would say it's kind of like historical fiction more than non-fiction, but I'm very interested to hear more about Pocahontas's life. At the moment, a woman's been killed by a panther, and it's really sad within it. I'm very excited. I feel like a lot of people in the UK don't realise Pocahontas was a real person, and that sounds really stupid for me to say, but we don't learn about her at school, so you wouldn't know unless you were told. We don't really have movies about Pocahontas or documentaries over here in the UK. So I'm very excited to read some of Pocahontas. This one I did not buy. My mum bought it from a charity shop. We're a charity shop family. When she came down to visit me in Bristol, we spent just the whole time in charity shops. But she got me this for my birthday, and this is Agatha Christie's Secret Notebooks by John Curran. And when she saw this in charity shop, she had to get it. And it's basically that. It's Anne's, Agatha's things, basically. Why I said Anne is because I have Anne Boleyn papers, and I have Frida Kahlo's diary. I did a whole thing about, is it right that after someone dies that we publish their journals, their notebooks, when they didn't want them out? It's an interesting debate. I'm a nosy bitch though, so I'll buy anything. So in this, it has stuff like The Body in the Library, and it has a whole section about all her notes, all her character profiles and stuff she did for that. And some of them are really kind of sporadic notes though. I'm excited that I've got this, but some of them are notes that don't really make sense, but obviously made sense to her. In here, she has a bit from 1 2 Buckle My Shoe. Just read that, girl. Just read that. And loads of different things. So we'll have here her notebook, and then over here what was actually written, so if you can't get her handwriting. Why I'm so excited is because it has 2 unpublished prose stories. So they are 2 prose stories that she wrote, did not think were good enough, and just left them as they were, didn't publish them or do anything with them, and that's how they've ended up here now published. So it's interesting, should her work be published or not, because she didn't think it was good enough. I'm nosy, I'll be honest, I'm a nosy beast. I'd be sieving through her stuff as soon as she died. I'm that kind of individual, so I am very excited to read this. I then have Philip Larkin's The Whitsun Weddings. This is a poetry collection. I really like Philip Larkin, but he kind of hates everyone, and that's the point. He's very down, sarcastic, patronising, but he hates everyone. The working class, the middle class, the upper class. Don't worry, he's not prejudiced to anyone, just everyone in the whole entire world. I'm reading his poetry collection and I really like his poetry, but it gets a little bit headachy after a while, how it's so negative. And I agree with him on certain things and traditions and cultural things that we have in the UK are pointless, but like if they make people happy, they're not really hurting anyone, Philip. It's just that continual, oh, people are idiots, we're all tacky, and it gets a little bit much for me, but I do like his stuff. I would recommend getting that. Haven't finished it yet. I think I've got like 2 poems left though, so it has been good so far. Just know that he like hates everyone equally, so yeah, there's not prejudice, it's prejudice, you know, to everyone who's ever lived in the world and every animal as well. The family from One End Street, can we just say, do you like my candle? Hi, thanks. This is written and illustrated by Eve Garnett. Now, some of you may know that I've mentioned Eve on the channel before. Eve illustrated Robert Louis Stevenson's A Child's Book of Garden Verses. Crap, it was awful. Don't waste your time with it. But Eve's illustrations were stunning, and I said that in the video. So she did this book as well, and her illustrations are really gorgeous. Let me try and like show you some. Kind of like pencil sketches with really gorgeous detail within them. This is about a dustman's family and all his children and their different stories. I love any like classic children's literature, to be honest. Classic children's literature. This is a Penguin Orange Spine, which I actually collect. And this is Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Now, people keep saying that I'm like Anne from this book, and that makes me think that she's like bossy, mouthy little beast. Because when anyone says, oh, you remind me of that person, I look them up and they're like the most mouthiest, loud, ridiculous woman in the world. So yeah, I love this edition. Let me just say it first. But I'm not sure if I want to read it. I don't want to be told how mouthy I am again. And then we come to this one. This is very famous. Loads of people love this. I feel like whenever I say that on something, that means I hate it. Like, that just tells you, not for me. This is by A.A. Milne, and this is Now We Are Six. I'm not a massive Winnie the Pooh fan. I think it's cute, but I'm not a massive fan of it. In this, it's a poetry collection about being 6 years old, but then it also has these really nonsense tales that have nothing to do with being 6, and they have no moral and no reason and no rhyme. Now, Lewis Carroll is very, hi sir. I thought I just got a text from someone who loves me, but it's actually T-Mobile. So let's carry on with this. Lewis Carroll is a bit nonsensy and you don't really know what's going on, but it has a charm, a loveliness to it. This, I felt, had no charm. It was a bit pointless to me, to be honest with you. I read Now We Are 60, which is a parody version of this from the point of view of being 60 years old. Loved it. Thought it was so funny, so fabulous, great. The original material it's based on, oh, it's just very nonsensy, and he makes up words which don't. It's my pet hate. I know some people love it, but he makes up words to make it rhyme. So if he can't think of something, he'll be like, murmur, ba-ba-rama, and it's not a word, and it annoys me, and I hate it. This was okay. This was just like, it didn't really do anything for me. And last but not least, I'm fulfilling my childhood dream. I never had one of these, because I didn't read, because I didn't really care. But anyway, this is My Christmas Treasury. I've never had a treasury book. When it's like a short story collection, basically, it's just a nicer way of putting it. And it's massive, and it has loads of short stories, all to do with Christmas. I'm gonna give this back to the charity shop before Christmas comes, so someone else can have it. But I think it's a really gorgeous book. It has some that you know, so like The Elves and the Shoemaker, Good King Wenceslas, those ones, but then it has other ones that you wouldn't know, and I think it's just a lovely book that I'm going to snuggle up and read and then like throw it back at the charity shop before Christmas. And that's it. That's all my charity shop books. I feel cleansed because I haven't done one of these in such a long time, and I cannot promote charity shops enough. I feel like I've stopped talking about them on the channel, but they're the best. You get the best books, you get the most unique books that you can possibly find. They are stunning. So just flip down your laptop, turn off your computer and go straight to the charity shop right now. Oh my god, I got so aggressive. I'll be such an aggressive mother, like, you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then comment down below. Let me know. Like it, subscribe. I'm not a YouTuber, like, I don't know what to do. You know, people are like, oh, and then at the end they'll have like, and my Insta, and my, it's like, calm down. It's linked in the description. If you're interested, you click. If you don't, you won't. That's it. Like, we don't need to have your IMDb page, sweetheart, in front of us. Anyway, gonna end the video here, and I'll see you soon for another one. Look. Don't you think it's cute? Look. This is what it's like living with me. I just get everything, and I'm like, hey, to my boyfriend, I'm like, hey, hey. Look.